Good morning, everyone. I'm Caroline Klapp calling to you live from our newsroom because we're following two breaking news stories right now, both of them involving Elkhart Community Schools. The first one, our morning team went over with you this morning, but if you're just tuning into this live stream, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that story. So that story, again, involves a teacher with Elkhart. These are all allegations. This is an investigation, but we know that an Elkhart teacher has been arrested and he is facing child seduction charges. So I'm going to go over those details with you. You can see his picture. This is an article from WNDU.com. So if you would like to read more about this when this live stream is over, you can go to our website and read more. His name is Donald Schaefer. He's 54 years old. Now, Elkhart Community Schools has released a statement to us. That statement came down this morning. They say that their district was contacted by the Goshen Police Department and they are investigating a potential criminal matter involving one of their teachers and a former student at Elkhart Community Schools. The school says immediately after they were contacted, they placed this teacher that you see here on your screen on paid administrative leave for violating the district's policies regarding inappropriate conduct with a student, and that the district is now cooperating with the police department in this investigation. So that in a nutshell is what we know right now. Again, this teacher on your screen, 54-year-old Donald Schaefer out of Elkhart Community Schools, is facing charges of child seduction, sexual misconduct with a minor, child solicitation, and child exploitation. So very serious charges. Again, this is a developing story, so we will be keeping you up to date on this. Meanwhile, we have another breaking news story out of Elkhart Community Schools, and we just got word of this from Indiana State Police. So I'm going to tell you how this all came about. The 16 News Now I-team got an email, a tip, through our tip line about an incident involving a bus driver at Elkhart Community Schools. So after I got that email, I reached out to Sergeant Ted Bonner with Indiana State Police, and Sergeant Bonner confirmed that Indiana State Police is investigating an incident into Elkhart Community Schools. Now, he could not say whether the allegations that we received through that tip line are true, because this is an active investigation, but he did confirm that ISP has investigators on this. So I'm going to show you the statement that he sent to me. Take a look here. It reads in part, our Commercial Motor Vehicle Division became aware of this incident on January 23rd, 2026. Our CVED school bus inspector assigned to the area, as well as our compliance review supervisor, met with Elkhart Community School officials to gather more information about the incident. The investigation is ongoing. Once this investigation is complete, it will be forwarded to the prosecutor's office for review. So let's unpack this. Again, we know on January 23rd, this is when ISP was made aware. We do not have the official date of when this alleged incident occurred. It sounds like it would have been in January, but again, that's just going off on that's when ISP got the confirmation about the incident. Now, Sergeant Bonner told me that the CVED, school bus inspector, that stands for Commercial Motor Vehicle Division. He says they're responsible for overseeing commercial vehicles in Indiana, and they also conduct inspections on every school bus in the state. So that's essentially an umbrella under ISP, the specialist, if you will, that's now investigating this incident. Again, all we know is ISP is investigating an incident regarding a school bus driver with Elkhart Community Schools. I have reached out to Elkhart Community Schools myself to request any documentation of this incident. Now, Indiana's public record laws, they're a little tricky when it comes to active investigations. Essentially, anything that's considered investigatory in nature can be denied while an investigation is active. That doesn't mean I can't get that documentation later. Again, I have submitted that public records request, have not got word on a response from that yet, but that's where we're at with that story. Again, if you're just joining us, we're following two developing stories with Elkhart Community Schools. The first one involves a teacher, and I'm going to show you that teacher right here. His name is Donald Schaefer. You see him right on your screen. He's 54 years old. We just learned that he has been arrested and is facing preliminary charges of child seduction, sexual misconduct with a minor, and child exploitation. Now, this is after he was allegedly found with a teenage boy in a Goshen park after hours. So that's what we know about that incident. And then we also are getting word that Indiana State Police is investigating an incident with a school bus driver out of Elkhart Community Schools. So this is the statement we received. Basically, they just say that they were made aware of this incident on January 23rd and that their school bus inspector assigned to the area, as well as their compliance review supervisor, has already met with the school district to gather more information. And that last sentence here is key. Sergeant Ted Bonner says once this investigation is complete, it will be forwarded to the prosecutor's office for review. So that means it will ultimately be up to the county prosecutor if this warrants any type of charges. So we will be following up with Indiana State Police to find out if it does end up going that direction. And at that point, once the prosecutor's office, if they decide to make any charges in this situation, then we'll be able to have more information about what exactly happened. So again, 2 developing stories here. The 16 News Now I-Team and the WNDU Newsroom are following today. So make sure to join us tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock as we unpack all of these stories. We've got our John Kim on the story with the Elkhart teacher today. So he's digging into more on that. He'll have more tonight. But as always, thank you so much for joining us from the digital desk here, and we hope that you have a great rest of your day.